just wanted to go live because we're a few minutes late, which is okay. We're going to catch up with you in just a few minutes. So hold on, comment, talk to each other, and looking forward to catching up with you soon. Got 3 new products coming to you. 3 new products coming to you very soon. How we doing tonight?
Excellent.
Yeah! Awesome! All right. So, our first ever Banner Season event. Can we make some noise, please? Woo! want our neighbors to hear it. I want the church to hear it 5 miles up the road. They'll know about us eventually, that is for sure. So anyway, I am so happy to have you here, and I'm so happy that we're at our first Banner Season event. I love events. Most of you don't know me. I happen to own a production company in Las Vegas, and we produce a lot of events. So this is kind of second nature to me, to bring people together and gather them to really talk about, some similarities and things we have in common, and how we all want to go to the same place. So up and a long ways. Let's do this thing. Anyway, what I'm excited about tonight is I get to launch 3 new products. Woo-hoo! Yeah! I love that. Love it, love it, love it. Before we get to launching the products, I want to talk about a couple of things. We have samples of every new product tonight. We also have some commemorative gifts, and because you're here, you will leave with those commemorative gifts, and nobody else will ever have those. It kind of leads me into this. We are at the beginning of our story, folks. Stories are important, really important. Stories sell things for you. And us here at the beginning of our story, you've had some discussions, me and Justin, about 10 years from now, having these commemorative mugs from this first event in a glass case that nobody can touch. And there were only, there were less than 100 people here who have the same mugs, the same water bottles, the same products, that all launched. And understanding that we're really right at the beginning of the story. It's just being written. A lot of us have some unfinished business here, and that's what we're here for. We're ready to go get it done. Okay? A lot of you understand that exactly what I just said. Some of you are brand new to this business and want to get started and want to learn from some of these experts in here. I'm just proud to be a part of this and surrounded by, when I look out at these faces, I'm looking at successful people I have worked with before, and that's well over half of this room. And when I say successful, I mean successful. Paid their own way, built a huge group, sold some products, moved some groups of people into action, and I am just in love with everything I've got. The team that I have, that we have. Wow. You have no idea what it's like. I am just like a kid in a candy store around here. I love printed stuff, and I got the best of the best right here to help me print anything I want on anything I want, and that I am in love with. I want to talk about these new products and why, how we're bringing things to bear. In a new company, some of you have been involved with startups before. This is a startup. This is a brand new company. The difference between this as being a startup and somebody else doing this is the fact that a lot of us have been here before. A lot of us have done this before, not only in the network and marketing space, but in the design to print world. We have a ton of experience to bring this to bear, and it excites me. But what I want to talk about is trial and error. In startups, we have what's called trial and error. We try new things. We are not afraid to try new things. We are not afraid to push the envelope. We're not afraid to try new technology before we hand it to you to make sure that it's cutting edge and not bleeding edge. And with that being said, you're going to see these new products and you're going to see new programs that have come out. Damar's talked a lot about automation. That's a new trial and error. We're trying to see if that works. All indicators say, yes, it's working. I haven't had an indicator that says, no, it's not at this point. But there's a lot of those things that are just trial and error. And with that being said, I just want to take a minute to recognize those people that really, the promise you make when you're out in the field and you are setting somebody up with a system and you say, hey, just go in here and create this card and these gifts and push send, and tomorrow that gift will be assembled, personalized, printed, put into a box and shipped for you. And that's the promise we make. Not only do we make that promise that it will ship the next day, but we make the promise that it will be perfect, or we will replace it. And thankfully, we don't replace a lot of things. We have these folks here who pay attention to detail and are just salt of the earth, beautiful people. I'm going to call them over right now one by one, and they're going to hate me for it. And I'm going to start with Frank because I love him the most. I know. I got you, bro. You'll be my hip next. But anyway, this is Frank. If you don't know Frank, we're all utility infielders here. Every single one of us. He's got 6 hats. I've got 6 or 8. Justin's got 12, I think, and I don't know where Jerry's at. But anyway, we all got a lot of hats. But what I love about Frank is he's just here to get the job done. This is the kind of guy that you walk into his office and go, hey, do you know about this? And the next thing you know, he's just up doing it, getting it done. So when you call, that's what he's doing. He gets into action and makes it happen. Okay. That's just who this guy is, and I'm just really proud to have him as part of the team and a friend and a family member. So thanks, Frank. Appreciate you. Chris. Oh, yeah. Bring it. Bring it. I'm going to have to drag them all over here. Thank you. I love Chris. I do. I love people that pay attention to detail so much, and this is that guy. I got to tell you, I got here, and he happened to be over in the sublimation doing, the mugs and some water bottles and stuff, and I was just watching the process and what was going on. And he'd pull a mug out, and he'd peel back and look at it, no, he'd put it back and recook the damn thing. And I'm like, well, why'd you just do that? And, he takes me over to a shelf, and he goes, well, the other guy did all these, and, it just looked like crap. So anyway, the guy pays attention to detail. He's a true leader, not working in a leader capacity, and I love him. There you go. Let's give this guy a hand. Oh, and one other thing. There are 2 automators here. He is one of them. So anyway, he's also intelligent. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you. Hey, Brad. Yeah, I'm going to talk nice about you. All right, man. Another one of those guys that just gets the damn job done. I look at this guy and I think about the knowledge that he has. Every freaking piece of equipment in this building, he can tear it apart and put it back together. All of it. I come in here and this guy's doing cards one minute and over here doing mugs, and he's over here building boxes and really just supporting his team. He leads this production area, and he is really the one that is guaranteeing your promise that you make and making sure it all goes out. So yeah, definitely. Thanks. Appreciate you. Hey, Cash. Yeah, you. Take the headphones off and get your ass over here. All right. All right. This is Cash. He happens to be my son, my middle child, and I love him very, very much. And he's absolutely my favorite here, no doubt about it. Cash is the other automator. He takes care of some of the video stuff that we've been starting to do for the guided tour on the website. He's interviewed probably quite a few of you today, so we're starting to get some sound bites we can use. Just another go get it done guy. No questions, just go get it done. So I appreciate you. Yep. Somebody else monitoring your audio now. Jerry.
All right, Jerry.
Yeah. I love this guy. He's such a geek. Oh my gosh. You've probably heard me say this before, but I walk down the hall and he goes, "Hey, Joe." "Yeah, want to see something cool?" "Yeah, I kind of do." And he's got these big monitors and all this math going on. And he clicks a button and stuff happens, and it's really badass once you figure out what is really going on there. He's starting to calculate, commissions and show me new products and how they work. And really, Jerry really understands everything that's going on back here as well. He's the guy who's responsible for when you place a picture that it actually lands back here where it's supposed to and gets printed properly. With the right sizes, right dimensions, going on the right product. I've seen him back here day after day after day checking workflow. Just a rock star, really, just a rock star. So, love you, bro. Thank you. Yeah. Right now, I'm going to bring up Justin, and Justin's going to talk about kind of what's been happening for the last 90 days in the tech world and just a little bit of everything. See what's going on. There you go.
All right.
Here, I'll do it for you.
Yeah.
I'll do it for you, man.
Awesome. Thanks. Well, thanks to all of you for being here. It's really awesome to see all of you. We're so excited about this, our first ever Banner Bash. It's only going to get bigger and better. And so Joe asked me, he said, can you go over a few of the enhancements that you guys have made since basically we started this thing? And I went back to my list and I pulled up that we've made 1,542 improvements since we started this. So I was like, so let's start at number 1. We fixed a typo, and then no. So we've been pretty busy, and honestly, you know, it's not really me. It's a lot to do with what Jerry's done for us, and our technology team has just been phenomenal. The other stat that I took a look at is how many lines of code that we've developed since we started this, and the first line of code was written in early 2018, and we just barely surpassed 1.1 million lines of code. And so yeah, it's pretty incredible. Honestly, most of this code is written by Jerry and myself, and I'm wondering how on earth we were able to write 1.1 million lines of code in a little over a year. Just craziness. But I wanted to also I wanted to give you the sort of the origin story of how I met Jerry and how I got into this whole gang. I thought it'd be kind of a fun story to tell you. So about 15 years ago, I was working for a new startup called Heritage Makers. Some of you might have heard that company. Basically, our job was to take a physical scrapbook product that they were producing and turn it into an online process. So people were gluing pictures and writing these things into these books and sending them in, and we were turning them into photo books. Well, we wanted to do that all through the internet, and so I was tasked to develop some technology to do this. And at the time, there was only a handful of companies out there doing it. A new startup called Shutterfly, some of you might have heard of them. And so we were really kind of going, okay, where do we start and what do we do? And so I got some budget and I was able to make a hire for our dev team. And I was a 24-year-old kid out of college and thought I was awesome and was going to be no problem hiring people. And I sat down at a table with one of my first interviewees, and it was almost like he put his feet on the table. He didn't really put his feet on the table, but he was like, I'm a killer programmer, I'm a PHP guru, and I know this and that, and your company would be so lucky to have me as part of your team. And that's kind of the vibe I got. I mean, that wasn't exactly what he said. And he walked out of the room, and I was like, oh man, this is going to be a long day, right? So my next interview, in walks this kid, essentially. I mean, he's actually a little older than me. And he sits down at the table, and I start talking to him, and I said, well, what language do you know? And he starts telling me, and I said, well, we don't actually program in that language. And he said, okay, I understand. And we talked for a little bit, and then the interview was over. And I didn't really think anything about that. I just kind of crossed his name off the list and went on to my next candidate and kept going through. And first thing in the morning, I get this email as soon as I get to work, and it's from this kid that I had crossed his name through. And he said, hey, I went home last night, and I threw together a project in the language that you guys use, and the next time you guys have an opening, I'm going to be ready for you. And I thought, holy cow. Like I haven't interviewed very many people in my life, but that's impressive, right? So I called him, and I said, you know what, you're hired, let's do it. And that turned out to be Jerry, and from day one, that's Jerry's attitude with code development. And honestly, I think what we've encapsulated that into is one word, and that is hunger. And that is what I look for every time I hire somebody for our team. And I've had the privilege of working with all of these guys now for many, many years. With Brad for almost 10 years now, Frank's like 7 years, Jerry's 15 years now. And I can tell you that each one of them is very, very hungry. And that's just the best word to describe it. They want to be here. They treat everything they do as if it was their own. And I love that, because if it's not perfect, it's not good enough. And that's what we're all about. We want perfection. Now, we realize that perfection is very difficult to achieve, but it's the striving for perfection that we're after here. And to do that, we're really focused on keeping things very, very simple. So as I look at some of the enhancements that we've made, whether it's fixing different bugs like not having the right return address or your return address on a package, which Jerry went to work on that. He put his head down and knocked it out. Or whether it's another improvement like getting the design studio launched. That was just crazy. Everyone said, hey, we want more flexibility. We want to put images on all 4 panels of cards, and we want to design cool products. And said, okay, let's figure that out. So whatever it is, we're looking for simplicity, and we're looking for execution, and we're looking for perfection. And that's really kind of our core tenet and core approach to technology. When Jerry and I were building this, it's almost like we got this really great chance to do a do-over. So we'd spent about 15 years working for different web-to-print companies, and when the opportunity to start Bannerseason came, it was almost like, hey, we get to wipe the slate clean and do it the way we know how to do it this time. And that's honestly why, and I think it's blown quite a few people away with like, how are you getting that done so fast? And that's not possible. And it's like, well, you know, it's been about 15 years of mistakes that we've made that have allowed us to get to this point, because we know what we're doing now. We have this just amazing and dedicated team that have, frankly, messed up a whole lot to figure out exactly how to do things the right way. And so as we look to the future, I can tell you what things that I like, things that I'll be looking for is we like to keep our operations very simple, and there's a big reason for that, and that is as we look to grow and expand, we want to be able to replicate what we're doing here in this facility, which if you haven't had a chance to walk around and check things out, we'll do that right after this. We'll show you how some of the equipment works. You can make your own mug tonight to bring home. But we want to be able to replicate this facility in other parts of the country and other parts of the world. And so enabling us to, or if we can keep things simple here and use that robust API that Jerry has really pioneered, that allows us to do those type of things. And honestly, we couldn't be more excited for it. So, all right, Joe.
And back to me.
Back to you. Let's show them some cool stuff.
Yeah, please. I'll take that piece.
All right.
Thank you.
Is important.
Mic change. Usually do this backstage. We don't have a backstage. All right. Like I can do this too. Okay. You want me to speak up, Frank? No. Okay. Got it. All right. Yeah, it is kind of, huh? I mean, I'm no DeMar, but awesome. Okay. Oh boy. We all accomplished a lot over the last 90 days. That's for sure.
We're okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about the rebrand, the new website, style guides, and these 3 brand new products that are coming out tonight. All Design Studio products have templates now. Oh, hallelujah, give that up, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I love that. They wrote a comp plan. The whole damn thing.
And programmed.
And the tools to look at it and use it.
And it runs.
In the first night. They did that. We didn't outsource that. Most companies pay through the nose for that. I was having a conversation with Vanessa earlier about exactly that and some of the companies she's working with and how much it costs and what the onboarding fee is. And yeah, it's pretty astronomical, so it saved us some ducats for sure. And I think we got a cool ass product out of it. So really happy about that. Let's see. Well, we had a lot of customers, referral partners, sent out a boatload of packages, so that was fun too. But anyway, I want to talk about Rocket Notes for a minute before we get into these new products. Rocket Notes, I want to make sure I just define the difference between Rocket Notes and Bannerseason for everybody here and how you would represent either one. So you are all Bannerseason reps right now, you understand that. I just need to tell you what Rocket Notes is, really. So Rocket Notes is designed for the enterprise level customers. What is an enterprise level customer and what does that, what does that look like? How would I find them? We have Steve Schultz here from Innovative Health. They were considered an enterprise level customer. They are a network marketing company, and we are delivering their product samples through our system now. It took additional programming, additional pick, pack, and ship issues that had to be developed, so we knew what product was being sent out, in what box, how much did it weigh, the whole process. That is an enterprise level customer. How would you sell to that enterprise level customer? I really don't want you to sell to them. What I want you to do is identify them and bring them to me, and I will go to the meeting with you. I will do the Zoom call with you. These are very special customers that really require a higher level of touch, so to speak. There's a lot of work that has to be done just to get them on board and to go meet with them and work through the processes, make sure they understand who we are. I mean, you guys got to understand, Bannerseason's kind of, there's some chatter out there about us and what we're doing, and that's fantastic. But what it really means is we've got a lot of network marketing companies that are staring at us right now saying, please, can we do that with you? We want to do that with you, and I'll give you the names of those that we have on board right now that are committed. But I say this because Rocket Notes is important to Bannerseason, it's important to you. The shares this month are up $1 over last month, and I have attributed it, as well as Justin and Jerry, to Rocket Notes, because Rocket Notes feeds the Bannerseason pool. We can't pay a full commission to you for selling Rocket Notes, but what we can do is we can bump the pool up. I feel that everybody who is in Bannerseason right now is, you're the luckiest people on the planet. You have found us at the right time. You are at the right place at the right time. And I want you to desperately understand this dynamic between, you know, these two entities, which really are the same thing as far as what we produce and how we produce it. But I want everybody to realize that the share value could go through the roof. There are so few of you right now that share in those pool shares that we got a couple of big companies sitting there that could potentially do 1,000 orders a day by themselves in just, you know, samples. And you start looking at that, feeding that pool that you didn't work for, and all you had to do was qualify for those 4 shares, and you go match the rest. It becomes super important to you to make sure that Rocket Notes is accurately represented. And that brings up another topic. When we brought on Innovative Health, there were some Bannerseason reps that were actually, or not reps, but customers that were a part of this Innovative Health movement. And they were looking at it like, well, I got all this over here in Bannerseason, and I don't get the design studio and Rocket Notes? That's terrible. Well, that's not true. You have to understand what Rocket Notes is for. Rocket Notes is for sampling product. The very first company I was involved with is called Aola International, and they sold weight loss products. And it was a Fedra-based. And you put 3 drops in somebody's orange juice and they were zooming. Done. Yeah, see there, Eric. Yeah! But I gotta say this, it was all about sampling. The whole deal was about sampling, and that, and he did. Exactly. But Rocket Notes is designed to sample products for network marketing companies that have those type of products that can sample. And we want to keep that whole and not mess with it as Bannerseason independent referral partners. Let them sample their product because that's what's going to bring them money. You sample our product, right? You send it out. I don't want anybody messing with that. And I don't want anybody messing with those folks that are trying to send out samples through Rocket Notes. So if they have a Bannerseason account, great. If they already have that, they can use it for whatever they want. But we aren't approaching them to have a Bannerseason account because they're missing the design studio. I know you think it's a travesty, but it's not. It's okay. It's a business tool. That's what Rocket Notes is. I'm going to give you read off a couple of names of some companies that have committed to us that raised their hand and said we want to be a part of Rocket Notes right now, which really puts us in the process of getting them on board. And that is HempSmart, Wakaya, Prove It, and ASEA. 2 of these companies are absolute monsters. They are huge, 500 million kind of plus, companies that have hundreds of thousands of reps out there, and we want to bring those on, and I want the deep end of the pool so damn deep that you can't see the bottom. You know what I mean? That's what I'm looking for, and I want you all to enjoy that and understand where you're at. So, like I said, if it comes up that you have somebody that you think works in the Rocket Notes side of things, please don't hesitate to reach out. I am your guy. Okay? I will go to work for you. I just need to know that you have a bird in hand.
Is it primarily for sampling?
That's what it's for, yes. That is exactly what it's for. Now, it's not just for network marketing companies, by the way. So, like Salesforce uses, we are native within the Salesforce app, Rocket Notes is. And Salesforce is an app that's used by salespeople. It's a CRM, and there's a button in there for Rocket Notes, and they click on it, and it uses the same Rocket Notes, no design, studio or anything like that, and they can send out whatever they want. There's quite a few shelves over here with all, yeah, there you go. Yeah, thank you.
So, swag items.
Yeah. Yeah, these are some of the items that we send out for them. We send out shirts and, I mean, pens, everything. There's a lot that we send out for these guys, so, yeah. Yeah, Dealer Socket is another customer. Dealer Socket runs 90% of every single auto sales dealerships. 90% of the dealerships use Dealer Socket to run their deal, and we're in. Now comes the fun part.
Non-personalized.
Right, non-personalized.
Swag items.
Yep.
So this is great for Rocket Notes type.
Right.
Enterprises.
Right. Yeah, somebody that can't really afford, a $15 mug or a $25 water bottle, but they can buy stuff in bulk that they ship to us. We created as a part of their shopping cart. So we just made, like Innovative has their own shopping cart, and it has their products in it only, and makes it pretty easy for sure. Let's see. That's it. That's all I got for Rocket Notes. Cool. All right. Hey, Justin. Where'd he go? Okay. All right. He's programming. Okay. Well, I'll start with this. About 15 minutes ago, Jerry? Yeah, about 15 minutes ago, Jerry went and turned on all the new products in everybody's account. So you guys will have these in your account. You can order them starting now. And, I don't think you can go home with them, but we have samples for you.
Show them off?
Yeah, we're going to show them off. Okay, we're going to start. They're called stick-ups. And yeah, it's a fun product. You've probably seen a lot of these around the office. So this is basically, I'll just peel a couple of these off and stick them to this guy here, right? Me, right? Yeah. Anyway, what makes these cool is I can actually peel them off and stick them to something else, and I can keep doing that until I'm bored with it. Really, until I'm bored with it. Right. And we do like that they go around corners too. And it's actually a cloth material. So as you're adhering it, if you mess it up and it crinkles a little bit, you just kind of pull it back and stretch it a little bit and kind of place it.
Soap on it, wash your face.
Yeah, soap on it, wash your face if you're Damar. That works too, definitely.
Who has a stainless steel refrigerator?
Yes. Yes, there you go. Who has an RV? And let me tell you, you don't put nails on the walls in your RV, so this kind of works. You guys are going to find all kinds of weird ways to use this. I was in my RV 2 nights ago, and the roll-down shades, yeah, I put them all on the roll-down shade and rolled it up. I'm like, yep, that still works. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I'll have to look at that white space. I did it for like 20 minutes, just kind of going up and down, see if anything would stick, but it didn't, so. Anyway, let me get to some specifics here for you. This is the order. So there are 16 image spaces. They're square. We are going to give you other options eventually, and probably sooner than later, because we know that I already want them. Vanessa already wants them, and that's enough. Okay. So anyway, way cool product. I think we're going to find tons of uses for it. Aircraft is another use. That's another place you don't put a hole in the wall, and you take things like this, can stick and restick. $19.99 is the price. There's also an app coming that will help you. Yeah, I know. Anyway. Yeah, there's an app coming for this specifically, and really it's really designed for ease of use, and it's all about the customer experience at that point.
Pick your photos right off your phone.
Right, exactly. They're shipped in a mailer tube.
Hard can. Oh, put them in a box.
Yeah, put them in a box. I've sent some out as a gift. I actually went to a birthday party and pre-sent it as a gift, found a couple of things that I was like, oh, this is so new that people don't even know what the hell it is. So I guess we got to start telling them about what it is. We will have a small QR code on the bottom of this that has a video that shows what it is and how it works. And some of you were actually involved with that video production, and thank you very much for that. So that was awesome. Okay, let's get on to the the next one. Okay. Yeah. We are calling this product a gigagram. And the gigagram is an oversized greeting card. And some of you have seen these types of things before. Oh, I won. I won! By the way, you're all going to get one of these tonight, and there are some prizes. Yeah, so randomly, yes. But you know, there's some that are $100, so I mean, I'd be digging in to get those for sure. Anyway, oversized greeting card on premium paper. Really super excited about this too. You know, when it counts, this is what I'm sending. So definitely doing it. But I got to get to the sexiest part. Have you ever thought that you might want to print on an envelope? Okay. Yeah, that's yours now. That's your space to use. There are 5 templates that Jenny built for us that are already in the system. All have an envelope template with them as well, so you can get right to work and get to it. But it gives you the space you need in the system, and it covers up any white space. This is just a kick-ass design by Jenny, okay? And that's how she did it. Yeah. I've had 3 people say, "How did you do that?" And I'm like, "It's just a design, folks, okay?" That's all it is. But anyway, there's a white square here for, you know, the return address, postage, and the addressee, but you get the rest of the space. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys playing with this. What I really want you to do is I want you to make the mailman happy. So, you know, I mean, let's give them something to look at, folks, okay? No more plain white envelopes. Let's have some fun with it. Postage. Price?
Oh, price of it.
Thank you.
It's been a long week.
It has.
$6.99.
Yeah. So $6.99, $1.30 in postage, and that brings me to a good point. We use real stamps, and we're going to continue to do that forever. So we're not changing that. So real stamps. Okay. All right. Bam. Yeah, this is a winning one, so, you know, slip it back into the thing over there somewhere. Okay, the last item. I've talked a little bit about the concierge program. And I have my good friend, Mike Whitmire, here to present the concierge program for us tonight. This requires you to reset your mind a little bit. This is a different deal. I need you to understand who our target is and who you should be looking for. I always say Bannerseason is for everybody and can be used by anyone, but the target here is the entrepreneur. The person that has no time but plenty of money, knows he should be reaching out to his customer base but doesn't because he doesn't have the time. He doesn't want to create the cards. He doesn't want to write the message. He doesn't want to be in the system. Doesn't even want to know that there is a system, to tell you the truth. So that really is me as a business owner. I kind of looked at myself and went, I'm the target here? Really? Okay. And I started looking through a few things. DeMar's been pretty on a soapbox about automation. It was one of the first things I did. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go do that. I got to check that out. And I got to tell you, as a business owner, I want every business owner out there automated. I want them to just put a name in and tag and be done, because that's what they need. They don't have time. Bob, was it you that was talking about how long it would take you to write a birthday card to all your contacts? How long was it?
If I have 600 contacts with 2 birthday cards a year, yes, another birthday card, it would take 20 days.
20 days. 20 days just for him to do his business, or his birthday cards. And I look at that and go, no, that's not right. No way. There's a way for us to communicate and use automation to make that happen. The concierge service is really the top of the line service. You are getting marketing agency level work is what you're going to get. You know, we didn't go just find a couple of people that graduated and stuck them in a room and said start writing some cards and some messaging to see what works. I have people with decades of experience in this specific arena. And Mike's going to show you quite a few things, a new concierge program that's actually live now as well in your account. So you'll be able to see how it works. And the last thing I'm going to say is this. You're going to see the pricing. And please understand that our target, they can afford it and they want it. I'm actively engaged in selling this business every day. I'm meeting with these people. They want it and they want it now. They don't want to wait. So just be cognizant of the fact that they have the money and they can afford it and they want it. But the point I'm trying to make is this. When you see the pricing, 1 automation is stupid expensive. 2 automations gets a little cheaper. When you get to 3 automations, as a company, we basically said this is so important to us, we won't make $1 on it. We want you to have 3 automations. We won't even make $1 on it. Everything is getting paid out. So it's important to us for you to understand this automation, how it works, and this concierge program, and how valuable it is. I think it's valuable in so many ways. And one of the, I'll call it number 2, I like big commission checks. And you know, when you're starting to play with these big numbers, for people to get automated, it's kind of a big deal. So, Mike, this is Mike Whitmire. Yep.
Pin that on there.
I got you covered, man. All right.
All right. Now that I'm mic'd
Ain't no
up.
boutonniere, but
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for allowing me to be here tonight. So what I want to talk to you about, I'm actually going to be showing you the screen. So tonight I'm going to talk to you about B2B marketing. B2B marketing is probably what you're going to be doing most of the time, right? So with this concierge program. Concierge program is a high-touch, high-asset program. So it's built by professional-level marketers, designers, Jenny Whitmire in my beautiful corner over here. She is the designer of everything you see in this building. It has her touch on it. So you're getting professional quality design, professional quality marketing. You also get an automation team. You actually have a team of 4 people working on each of these campaigns. So that's good. That's something that you would get at an agency. You'd get about 4 people if you walked in today. So what I want to talk to you about mainly to start with is, you know, according to marketing profs, if you do a personalized touch, you're going to increase your opportunity by 19% in sales. So if you went out to talk to any business today and said, hey, Michelle, Brian, I'm going to give you a 19% boost in your sales, what do you think they're going to say? Yeah, they're going to say, please, here's my credit card. Can I sign this up tomorrow? Right? Exactly, right? So that's a stat, that's a recent stat. So the other thing we know, that value of personalized marketing is really greater when you deliver a personalized message. So make sure that when you're selling this and you're talking about this, talk about the experience you have with them. Maybe you've been in business with them for a year. So when you're dealing with them, make sure that you capture something that's personal to them that you're going to capture in the campaign. This is really, really valuable because they'll come back and say, oh, I remember this. I remember this now, right? Personalization is really, really important. All right, so if we talk about the actual concierge program, you're going to see this tonight. It says, build my custom design package. Like I said, so Joe said, you get a professional agency level team that's going to work on this. And you're going to get the opportunity to choose things like anniversaries, birthdays, any type of event, right? Some type of event. There's going to be a customization option on this. So something that's personal to you guys with this particular business that you're working with. This is going to be available. So this is going to be here tonight. The next thing, if you buy 3 of these, like Joe said, the price goes from $349 down to $179 per touch. So that's good. That's really affordable. If you went out to a business today and said, hey, I'm going to build you an agency level campaign touch, personal touch for $179, they'd say, get out of here. Get out of here. They wouldn't do it, right? So holidays, follow-up, welcome animations, everything you can think of. So this list will grow. This is the first thing that we're going to have. Here's some of the designs. Now, remember, some of these things, well, all of these things are customizable. So the imagery, You know, this would probably sell well in a dental office. So it's your birthday. Smile, it's your birthday. Smile, teeth, right? It deals with teeth. So it's this type of connecting something that's important to their business to the card itself. You're going to load your logo. We're going to load, well, actually, we're going to load your logo. You're going to provide your logo. You're going to provide an image if you've got something custom image you want to use. And we're going to provide a message. Likewise, this is plumbing. Thank you. Hope we can help you again. Similar look and feel, you know, for plumbing. This is retention. It's about referrals, retention, repeat business. That's what these agencies do for a living for big enterprise companies. They create this type of stuff. You guys can sell this now just through the tool. Here's love, peace, joy. Same thing. So, yeah, so how does this work? So you place your order. All the services are drawn from the mailer meter, right? So prices start at $3.99. You buy 8 services, price drops to $2.24. So the more services you buy, the greater the value. So the idea is to get them to buy more. Prices drop. Okay, so this is what I'm really excited about. This is kind of the meat and potatoes of the concierge program. What we're going to do is we're going to create a 2.5-year, 10-touch campaign. So think of it, we've got 2 realtors in the room, Jim and Richard. And so 3 realtors, all right, 3 realtors. All right, we have a lot of realtors there. All right, well, this is for you then. So what if I came up to you and said, I'm going to give you a campaign for 2.5 years. You pay once. You load a few graphics. We're going to take care of the messaging for you. We're going to do all the design. And you walk away. What's the value of that? What does one referral do for you? In 2.5 years, if you get 1 referral, Jim, what's the value of that?
Depends on the market, but it should be anywhere from like 4,000 up to 15 or 20,000.
Yeah. So you think they'll pay for this? Yeah, they're going to pay for this. Absolutely. So 2.5 years this. This first one, you know, the first thing you want to give them when you sell a house is something nice, right? A bigger gift. We have Amazon Echoes. You know, that's going to be a big gift that we're going to give them. We're going to add an additional gift of customized brownies, right? So you got the logo on it. And then the slogan is Home Sweet Home, right? Motley Crue song, right? Home Sweet Home. And the card front's going to say, hey, Alexa, play Home Sweet Home. It's going to be a photo of the home, so it's very personalized. Okay? It's going to say, thank you for allowing your realty name to find your new home. I know buying a home is a huge step, and I appreciate your trust in me to get the job done. Please enjoy your gifts and your new Home Sweet Home. So that's the value of really, you know, an agency-level messaging. So that's going to sell well, right? They're going to get that. They're going to open that up and go, oh my gosh, this is all tied together. It's got my pictures of my house. It's great. This is what it's going to look like. Got the realtor, got the house. Hey, Alexa, play Home Sweet Home. It's got the gift. So if they had a basket full of wine and cheese, you think they're going to remember that? No, they're not going to remember that. That's going to go with the rest of the wine glasses. This is something they're going to remember. Take a picture of their home. It's going to have the custom message I already read. It's going to have your logo on it, and then a pack of brownies. So we're going to do this with every industry we can think of, as much as we can do, right? So think about like mortgage, lending mortgage, plumbers, electricians, journeymen, travel, yacht sales.
One of my clients does $40 million a year in loans. He's going to love this.
Yeah, great. RV sales. Yeah, right? So, what's that?
Just out of curiosity, I have a question. So, say a company signs up for this package, more than likely probably through the Rocket website. If this company has hundreds or not thousands of employees who want to utilize this system because they need to send the thank yous and the gifts to their clients, is that something that can be separated? Is that an individual? Can we
So we're looking to grow, right? We're looking to grow. So we expect this to grow exponentially. We're going to have to expand. Jenny can't do it. Trust me, she's already at her computer until 11 o'clock at night every night.
Well, I would say
So
it just coming.
it's going to have to grow. But
Because I would say a lot of companies come with their own. They're like, here's
absolutely.
how it's created.
Okay.
Can you
That's
stick this on something?
you're jumping ahead, but it's okay.
Oh, sorry.
There's a form that you fill out. So the only thing you guys have to do is fill out a form. You provide a logo, some of your images, and then if you want a customized message, great. If not, you can take the professional level messaging, right? Which you probably want to do, right? And then you'll pick your industry, etc. Okay, right now we only have realtor, right? That's the first
So
one.
do we have to provide the picture where it says, for sale sold?
What's this? Oh, here's the Echo Show.
Because usually that takes place at the title company.
We may end up stocking these as well. Would you guys be interested in sending stuff like this?
Yeah.
Higher end ticket
Yeah.
items?
And now what if the box could be customized?
Yeah, sure.
Damar, stop it. All right, so we're going to do a lot more of these, right? Improve your home would be the second touch. Remember, this is 2.5 years for a year.
This is another level.
This is the next touch. That was just the same program. 2.5 years. It's a good question, though. Yep. So there's 10 touches, if you will. So this is touch number 2. Improve your home. It's going to be a gift card, right? Because they just moved into their house, right? So some thought went into this. Always room for improvement. Now that the keys are yours, I'm sure you have a list of things added to your to-dos. I'm certain you will find the gifts useful. Again, pushing your realtor name, logo. This goes on and on and on throughout the year. The idea is it's going to provide referrals. Do you think they're going to recommend that realtor in touch 4, touch 5, touch 6, touch 7? Yeah, they're probably going to recommend this guy, right? Because he's going to be a rock star. This next one's a tape measure. And it says, going to great lengths to represent you again. You know, it's creative, it's catchy. So you guys get the idea. But the next one goes, summer campaign, so it'll be a water bottle, says keep cool and stay hydrated. Again, their branding, you're branding their pictures, night out, Fandango, gift card, what's playing, you are, home anniversary, metal 5x7 print, New Year campaign, a warm-up campaign that has mug with coffee, These gifts, the idea is you tie that personalized message with the personalized imagery and the gifts. So, good stuff. Reconnect campaign, Let's Grow campaign, and then the form. Simple form. There's only like 4 required things. We need to know your name, your address. We need the logo, right? If it's the wrong logo, we'll contact you. And then some imagery. We do the rest. That's it.
Where do we find this?
Okay. You guys have any questions about this? Lots of hands. Go ahead.
So is that meeting with 2 realtors on Tuesday, is that on the?
Well, that goes up to these guys. So
What was the question, sir?
how quickly can we have it?
Oh.
2 realtors are meeting on Tuesday, so can I show them that now?
Yeah.
So the
I'm
answer
going to
is
get you
no.
these slides. I saw the realtors in the room doing this, so I got you covered. Yep. Yes.
We'll get you all the
How much is it?
This is huge.
Hanging fruit. I just looked at it and went, gosh dang it, there's a stupid basket that I bought plenty of homes. I got that basket full of cheese and it was gone and I forgot who they were. They never contacted me again, ever. And I bought some pretty decent sized homes. It surprises me, shocks me, every day that I've never heard from a realtor if I bought a home from. But this type of a campaign, start thinking about this monetarily. How much money they're going to spend over a 2.5 year period of time. Us as a company, we can now start forecasting revenue and work and supplies we need, and you can start forecasting a check because you know what's coming, right? You get enough of these out there and going on, every month there's, I got 50 realtors that are hitting every month on this deal, and yeah. One of the things that makes the most sense about this is I'm trading the same dollars. All I'm asking the realtors to do is stop giving them a damn basket and start communicating for 2.5 years for the same money. is really it. And not do anything. I mean, we'll take care of it for you. That's all we're trying to do. If they're already spending the money, this is not a hard.
As they go out over time.
They get charged as it's shipped. And I think everybody knows that. That's how we do it here.
Yeah, and so if you take them out of the campaign, 5 touches in, you're not charged anymore for
So
that.
Right.
It is, yeah.
in me and in this company, and I'm here to deliver on that trust. So, if you would like to stick around, folks, please do. The sublimation room is right